Hello everybody and welcome back to the Littleton Chronicles. Today we are going to use the Create schematic cannon to create ourselves a factory where we can use all of the tech mods, and hopefully I've built it big enough, but it is expandable at the back. So if it isn't big enough, it's no problem at all. And I also think we're going to place it down by the river across from the farmhouse so that all of our sort of work blocks buildings are all together. In order to make the schematic cannon, I had to make a dispenser, some smooth stone, some logs, and 2 blocks of iron. And here she is. Now, this is the schematic of the building, so you're going to get to see it before it's built. And this is what it's going to look like. Now we need to position this. So these water wheels are create water wheels and they will spin. But first of all, we've got to move it. So use left alt to cycle through what you want. And then you hold control to actually move it. I think this is a good spot, but I'm just going to check. So we are going to place it here. I will obviously tidy up the front there because we don't want all of that gravel at the front there. And so the next thing we do is we come over to the schematic cannon. We right click and we insert the schematic. And now this is ready to go. It needs gunpowder to power it. We also need to make a book so that we can get a checklist of everything that we need to put into this to get going. So here we go, we've got 3 paper and a leather. There is our book, and I will meet you back down by the water. So we take the book and we pop it in here, and it fills it with a material checklist for our building. So here, there are 2 sophisticated storage barrels in here. I did change this schematic because obviously, if you type in sophisticated storage barrel, it does that thing where it clicks through the different completed barrels. And so it was actually putting down acacia instead. So we're going to need 251 barrels, 18 brick slabs, 93 brick stairs, 68 bricks, 2 campfires, 49 cracked silt bricks, which requires gravel and sand, 44 deep slate tile slabs, 134 deep slate tile stairs, 32 deep slate tile walls, 116 deep slate tiles, 108 granite, 97 granite stairs, 4 lanterns, 5 large water wheels, 286 mixed bricks, 96 mixed silt bricks, 50 maple leaves, 78 silt bricks, 6 silt grass blocks, which I might have to just pop in because we don't have silk touch. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just put dirt there if that's not available because I can skip certain bits. 1 spruce door, 44 spruce fences, 635 spruce logs, which is going to be a lot, but it's okay because we have the power of EMC now. 43 spruce planks, 551 spruce slabs, 59 spruce stairs, 168 spruce trapdoors, 129 square blue stained glass panes, which are the same as the glass in the farmhouse behind me, but blue, 90 strip spruce posts, and 243 white concrete, which is EMCable, so we just have to figure out how to make 1 concrete. So let us go and get all of that and fill these chests. The good thing about the schematic cannon is that if we get everything needed for the base layer, it'll start building, and then we can give it everything to make the top layer. But I do want to film a cute time lapse, and therefore I'm going to get together all of the stuff, put it all in the chests, and then we will watch a time lapse. Using the power flower, I've gone ahead and EMC'd a bunch of bricks so that we now have all of these bricks that we need. We do, however, need other types of bricks, but I will get to those. And we've finished the first page of the book. To make ourselves silt, we need 2 sand and 2 clay. And I'm going to go and EMC this so we have enough to make every single brick we're going to need. I have EMC'd all of this silt. And now I have to go through it and turn it all into silt balls. So even though the power flower does help a lot, it isn't the complete cheat that you think it is, because you still have to work for it, because the silt balls themselves are not EMCable. So these furnaces just aren't cutting it anymore. They're not fast enough. It's taking me ages to get the silt bricks that we need for the build. So I think I'm going to use the power flower and get ourselves a bunch of supremium, and then I'll be able to make supremium furnaces and we will be cooking on gas. Can you imagine if we'd have had this power flower in the last series? Oh my god. I wasn't expecting it to go up that quick. That's over a stack of it. There's no point in me even growing it anymore if I can just stick it in here. Granted, it does take a lot, but we've got like a stack of, it's a stack of supremium. Wow. Well, I guess I'm making some furnaces then. Wow, I'm staggered by that. I've got the prosperity for making prosperity ingots, because we're going to need 2 ingots per furnace. So we're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those. Which also means I'm going to need to get out some iron, which is easily and readily available. Okay, so we're going to take 2 of these and turn them into 2 ingots. We're going to get ourselves a block of inferium. And all of that combined gets us 1 inferium furnace. However, we do need to do this another 7 times, so this is going to take a lot of diamonds, actually. I don't know why I thought this was going to use our diamonds. We don't actually need any diamonds. It is just prosperity and iron we need, but that is a-okay with me. So we're going to need 80 ingots, because it takes 10 per go, and we're doing this 8 times. So I'm going to need to get out some more iron and some more prosperity and get us 80 of these. Technically 78 now, because we've already used 2. So I'm going to grab us 78 prosperity ingots. Okay, so I've made the amount of prosperity ingots we're going to need. We need 8 more. It's 2 per furnace, so we need 14 more for these. Next, we're going to need 16 prudentium ingots. And then we're also going to need 7 blocks. We've got 3, but that's okay because we have everything we need right here to make more. And there's our 7. We don't have enough prudentium on us right now to finish this, but that's okay because, again, we have got everything we need. I didn't really have to turn all that tertium in, but we did. Oh, I need to make 3 more blocks. Okay, we've got the 3 of everything and the prudentium back again. And now we need to turn all of this into tertium, because it's tertium's turn. There is our 16 tertium ingots. We're just going to have to get ourselves some more tertium essence now. I may have gone a little overboard with the tertium essence, but it's fine. There's the 7 blocks we need. Oh, we need 8. There's the 8 blocks we need. There we go. We can now move on to Imperium. So we'll turn all of this back into Imperium. Like so. We also want to turn some of this supremium back as well. Then we want 1 more block. And then we need 1 more Imperium to go at the top there. There we go. And then we're going to need 16 of those. Getting our armor is going to be so easy. We're just going to be able to walk around and build and do whatever we want. This is going to be great. Okay, we've got the ingots and a block, but we don't have enough to finish this off. So let's go see how much has grown in the power flower. Wow, we have been working on this all day. Oof, only 18? Ugh. It's not without its downsides, honestly. Oops. We can make 3, to be honest. I think if we've just got 3 for the time being, that will be absolutely fine. There you go. We'll use 3 for now, and we'll worry about the rest later. Not to mention these Imperium furnaces will do perfectly fine for the time being anyway, because they're really fast too. So let's pop our silt balls in. And this will now go so much faster. I do feel like I maybe should have prioritized getting armor first, but we're here now. We've got some speedy furnaces. It'll be fine. And just like that, the Supremium furnaces are done. They go so quickly. And then I've already put away the ones from earlier. And we can turn these all into bricks. But again, still not enough. It's going to take us a while. We're actually going to need to make ourselves a stone cutter for this, because we don't have one. And that is how we turn these silt bricks into what we need. A stone cutter is 3 stone and 1 iron, and there we have it. A really quick, easy stone cutter. And as you can see, this is why we need an area really soon, because we're starting to pile up on all the tools. So I want these 49 turning into cracked. Oh, but apparently I can't turn them into cracked here. Weird. Ah, okay, we just cook them. Well, that's absolutely fine, because that'll be done in seconds. Next, we need to move on to the deep slate, and this is tiles, slabs, stairs, and walls. And getting tiles is really simple because it is polished, turned into bricks, turned into tiles. Here we go, we have plenty of tiles now. So we've finished page 2. I've put it all in the chest. I've also just gone and put the 116 tiles in there, so now we need to finish page 3, 4, 5, and 6. While I'm here, I've just really quickly ran around with the excess lanterns and just turned our lovely storage room into a lantern-lit storage room instead, because I just like the way lanterns look. So, in order to make our 4 large water wheels, we need to make ourselves first 4 normal water wheels, which require 4 shafts, which require andesite alloys. Now, luckily, we have a lot of andesite and we have a lot of iron, so this is not going to be a problem. And there you go. We've already got a stack. And you get 8 for each, so this should go very quickly. We do need some wood though, but that's okay because the backpack's full. So we'll throw the shafts in, the wood in, but we do only need 4, so let's not overdo it. And then we pop everything in here, and there are our 4 large water wheels. Easy peasy. And with those water wheels complete, that completes page 3 of the book. So we only have 3 pages to go. So there is page 4 of everything we need done and ready to go. Now we're moving on to the spruce stuff. So page 5 is a lot of spruce, but we have actually done, I think, all of that page. Because we've got the slabs, we've got the planks, we've got the logs. We haven't got fences or doors though, so we'll do fences and doors now. The doors. And then sticks I think I've got in here. I do. How many are we needing? 47. That's doable. So here goes the door and the 48 fences. We will ignore the fact that I made 4 spruce fence gates, but we'll use those somewhere else, so it's fine. So that completes page 5, and lastly we just need the trapdoors, the blue stained glass, the stripped spruce posts, and then a hell of a lot of concrete, but luckily that is EMCable, so that will be fine, and it only costs 2 EMC. So the last thing we need to make is some white concrete powder, which requires white dye, sand, and gravel, and we've got all of that, so this will be easy peasy. And all we have to make is 8 because I can EMC it, and then we can cook it all. I believe that's how you use it. Oh no, we're going to need our water essence, but that's fine. We'll go turn this into white concrete, and then we'll pop it into the power flower. So we put the powder in a circle, put the water in, and there we go, we've got some white concrete. And now we're going to go and put that through the power flower and just wait until we have the amount we need. And we only need 243, so we're already there. I'll just wait for a few more stacks, and then we'll go put everything down in the schematic cannon and watch ourselves a time lapse. I did just forget, the last thing we need is a lot of gunpowder to power the schematic cannon, so I'm also just going to throw that into the power flower because we didn't have a lot of gunpowder to begin with. Okay, here we go. The gunpowder will take a little bit longer to get up to how much we're going to need. Honestly, I don't foresee us needing too much, but I would like to have a good like 4 stacks just to make sure we A, don't run out while we're building, and B, that we still have enough left over after we're done building for anything else we need. Okay, there we go. We've got a good 4 stacks. I'm going to put the Supremium back in so that can keep going up. We've been building up Supremium nicely while we've been building everything. And now we're going to go down and we're going to watch a time lapse of our lovely factory being made. I did have to tweak this schematic because initially I'd used a lot of Architect's Cutter stuff, but it tried to put it in as oak and dark oak, and that did not look nice because initially it was white concrete framed with dark oak, which I thought would look really nice, but never mind. Can't always win. Okay, I think that's everything. So you want to chuck in some gunpowder, and then we'll hit play and watch this area over here be turned into our factory. Using the schematic cannon has been a real learning curve, from making sure I use the right blocks to clearing the area properly before building. When I initially built this factory in creative mode in my test world, I had used the Architect's Cutter to get framed concrete. Unfortunately, when I saved and placed the schematic to check it over, it had turned them into framed dark oak, which didn't fit the look I was going for at all. Another part that struggled with the transfer was the barrels I made. They were initially dark oak, but when the schematic was placed, they ended up being acacia. This meant changing the way the building looked and switching to simpler blocks, but in the long run, I'm happy with that decision. Using simpler blocks made crafting all the components much easier. I also should have cleared the space better because the cannon just places the blocks around the landscape, which means I'll have to go in and clear things up afterwards. But that shouldn't be too difficult with Ultimine. The cannon also kept stopping to ask for resources, even though we provided them by looking through the book. Some items were listed with the wrong amounts, but that's on me for using the water wheels from Create in the schematic instead of placing them after. Now onto the build itself. I've tried my hardest to make this factory fit into our cozy theme. We continued the brick, granite, spruce and autumnal leaves palette from the rest of the builds to help it tie into the landscape. I also wanted to make sure there was enough space to put all the machines we're going to be using. If it ends up not being enough room, we can always expand out of the back or dig ourselves a basement. Right now, the building has 2 floors. The upstairs has more ceiling height, so that'll be perfect for any taller, complex machines we might need. I used the blue squared glass, which is the same as the orange glass we used on the farmhouse because I really like the style. I've lined a lot of this build with deep slate to bring in a darker, cozier feel while also giving it a more industrial vibe. I used barrels in a lot of places to break up the amount of spruce logs, and I love how they look next to the windows. It almost gives the illusion that there are shutters. I also added a chimney made out of deep slate, puffing smoke from 2 campfires to make the building look like an active working factory. Adding leaves around the building was a way to blend it back into the forest and soften the industrial look. I really like how it came together in the end. Unexpected block substitutions like the framed dark oak and acacia barrels actually helped steer the build in a more cohesive direction. In the long run, simplifying the materials made crafting quicker and helped tie the building into the surrounding area. So now this giant building is finished, let's take a look inside. So I've gone through and put the lanterns on the ceiling because I don't think the schematic cannon enjoys placing them down on the ceiling. They have placed all the bits on the side, so that's fine. So there's a lot of room here, so we can put a bunch of machines in here, whatever we want really. And then there's even more room upstairs with an even higher ceiling. There is some room up in the roof, but it's not that much. But if we're desperate, we definitely could use it. But yes, this is the factory. So in order to get from this side of the river to the other side where the factory is, we're going to need a bridge, and I think we should use the schematic cannon to get ourselves this bridge and put it over there so it is the same bridge. But unfortunately, I need feathers for that, so I'm going to have to go hunt and find a chicken. Although in my hunt for chickens, I have found a duck. Duck drops feather. I'm so sad. I wish it wasn't the ducks. But it's got to be the ducks. Oh, there is a chicken over here, I think. Oh, there's a duck as well. Well, I'm just going to have to take out these guys. Ooh, an egg. Oh, because the chickens have got little bills on their heads now. That's hilarious. And they actually make chicken noises. Right, I'm going to collect a few of these. Or can I EMC? I can EMC, but I am going to just have a wander around and collect some. So now I've gone and got my feathers. I can combine it together with my empty schematic, which was a piece of paper and some light blue dye. And get us a schematic and quill. Now, a schematic and quill, you right-click on one end. And then you right-click on the other end, which I'll say is probably there, and then you hold control and make it to the size you need. So I'm going to run over this side so I've got a bird's eye view of the whole situation. This does look like the perfect amount though. Okay, it's got to go up a couple more and this way one more. Okay, and then we'll just check the other end to make sure that's all in too. Oh, hi Maggie. When did you get here? And then you right click and you type in bridge and save and upload immediately. So now I can place the bridge wherever I want. So we're wanting this bridge to go over here. So we're going to need to press Alt because we want to bring it down. Slightly concerning, it is very long. But at the same time, I'm sure it'll be fine. We can always tweak it slightly. Obviously, it can't be where it currently is, so we're going to have to push it away from us. This might work out in our favour. So it needs to either have an area built for it where it finishes, or this part at the other end needs tweaking. Because that would link up, potentially, with the end here. And we just have to get rid of that. Oh, would it fit really? I'm not too sure about this one. That does line up perfectly if we just got rid of that, and we could put like a block here or even remove it, and then that could be the bridge across. Let's see, what's it looking like at this end? You know what, that does actually fit in perfectly. I think we could do that. Okay, I think we're going to do that. So we can put that in the schematic cannon. So I think what we'll do is we will fill the chests with everything we need for the schematic cannon to build this, and then we'll watch it build it. This is just a great way of getting the same builds from one place to another. Instead of using our Minecolonies builder, this will be much quicker. I've just discovered if you run the book through the schematic cannon and everything it needs is in the chests, it lights it up all green for you, so now we know exactly what we need to grab. With everything in the book present and correct, we can now watch ourselves a bridge time lapse. And here we are, one completed bridge with all of the lanterns included and the ends fixed, so it meets up. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. It's been a long one. We got a lot of resources and we did a time lapse, even if it was a little bit skew-whiff due to the schematic cannon being a little bit temperamental. But anyway, thank you so much for watching again. Like, comment, subscribe, ding dong that bell, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!